welcome to the Overheard podcast, recorded live in Banff. My name is Daniel Ruda. With me always,
we got Matty Rage in the back. Let's go.
Matty Rage behind the camera for now. We'll have him out in front of the camera later. We are back with episode 69. All right, with my boy Gazzy.
Hello, how's it going, everybody?
Today we're taking a ride to Moraine Lake with Banff Mountain Chauffeur. Ride the Rockies in comfort and style. What can we expect from our tour today, guys?
We're going to have some fun. Hopefully the sun pokes out a little bit. It's going to be a beautiful day. And you're going to be comfortable and stylish.
So you know, rain or shine, here at the Overheard podcast, we're going anyways. We're putting the paddle boards in the water. We're having a good time. We're going to take you with us every step of the way. So we're about to
We going for a cold dip?
We're going for a cold dip. I didn't bring a blanket, but I might go for one anyways.
I brought you a blanket.
Let's go. We'll catch up with you in a bit, all right? All right, we're all loaded up to Banff Mountain Chauffeur. Gazzy's behind the wheel. We got the Grizzly House Squad with us today.
Let's go.
What is up, everybody? We got a couple no-shows, so we're going to go blast them out of bed. We're just going to pull up at the house and see if they want to come on this adventure with us. So we'll catch up with you in a little bit.
Do you want to explore the Bow Valley like a local? Do you like saving your hard-earned money at the same time? So do we. That's why we teamed up with the Banff Canmore Digital Coupon Book. It's packed with deals on restaurants, activities, shopping, lodging, and much, much more. $30 initial investment will save you hundreds on deals all over town, so go grab yours today using our affiliate link available in our Instagram bio, or scan the QR code right on the screen to support your local podcast while exploring the place we all love and spending much less. Thank you for tuning in. We'll be right back. Yo, what's up? We are back with the Overheard podcast. We got to Moraine Lake.
Let's go.
We made it here nice and safe. We're here on the lakeshore. We got the squad behind us. We're pumping up the paddle boards. Bit of a rainy day, but we're going to make the best of it. We're going to get in the water anyways.
I'm not getting in the water. Dan's getting in the water.
I think I'm getting in the water. We might have to do a cold plunge. It's a little cold, but not that cold. Warming up gradually. And I think the clouds are going to lift here in just a moment. So
we'll find out.
Stay with us. Gazzy's just parking the car. We had to unload some freight, get set up for our afternoon chilling, fire up a couple, know what I'm saying? And yeah, we'll catch up with you in a bit. Once Gazzy's back, we'll get a little interview popping here.
Let's go.
See you in a bit. All right, so we're back up here at the rock pile. We got Matty Rage. We got Big Phil from the Grizzly House. There's a ton of people here, even though it's a bit rainy. But I got a nice little spot. If you look down in the distance here, you can see our crew setting up the paddle boards. Got a beautiful spot on the lake shore. I think they're going to take it easy for a minute. You can tell it is quite rainy. We're going to catch up with Gazzy in a bit. But basically, we're at Moraine Lake for the next few hours. Gonna wait for this little rain bit to pass. We'll be back with you in a bit. Rain or shine, you can't doubt its beauty. We'll see you in a bit.
This episode is brought to you by the Non-Alc Shaft. If you're looking for a clean energy drink that's gluten-free, vegan, naturally caffeinated with real coffee, perfect for the quick pick-me-up in the middle of the afternoon, or heck, in the morning when you're on the way to the hill, be sure to check out the beautiful black non-alc can sold as singles or as 4-packs down at Townhouse Liquor. I know my fridge is stocked up.
All right, so we're back here at Moraine Lake. We made it safely thanks to Gazzy's great driving. Has not stopped raining the whole time that we've been here. We've been kind of waiting for a weather window. But we figured we'd just go for it. Little rain didn't hurt nobody.
Little rain never hurt nobody. For sure.
All right, so let's start with the interview straight up. Actually, before that, if it's your first time joining us, don't forget to give us a little like and subscribe. Don't forget to go give follow at BMC Rides on Instagram as well, so you can book your own tour to come to Moraine Lake. How's the day been so far, Gazzy?
It's been awesome having all you guys on board, for sure. You guys are super fun. It's a little bit wet, but we got good attitude, so that's all that really matters, right?
No doubt.
No doubt.
So you can't see off camera, but we have a whole squad of us. We booked 10 people with Banff Mountain Chauffeur. We brought, what, 4 paddle boards? So our crew is out there
They're out in the lake somewhere.
enjoying themselves. Let's start with a little bit of bio. Usually I read the bio, but Gazzy, you want to tell us a little bit about yourself, why you came to Banff?
Came to Banff when I was 18. Living in Halifax, I wasn't really up to any good. It wasn't really bad, but I wasn't really accomplishing anything. Buddy of mine's like, "Hey, dude, I'm driving across the country, and I got a seat." And he had a Hyundai Accent, and this was 2004.
Oh, yeah.
So
Classic.
classic drive. So buddy's like, I'm going across the country. I had some friends in Banff already. I got a job at the Banff Springs Hotel after driving out here.
Nice.
Luckily, I think I had some help from maybe an ex-HR employee there. Thank you very much. So got a job at the Springs. Was going to stay for the summer, and then I was going to stay for a winter, and then 21 years passed.
Wild. 21 years.
Jeez.
How important was getting that starter job in your long-term success in Banff?
Unbelievably important. I had staff accom and a job, and of course, at the Banff Springs they have the Bean Cafe, which is your staff
right,
cafe.
right.
So I didn't have to worry about a roof over my head or who was cooking me dinner. I just had to worry about getting to work on time.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Right on. So you spent your intro job at the Banff Springs. Then where'd you go next? You spent some time at the Rose and Crown. Big shout out
Let's
to
go.
the Rose and Crown.
Rose and
Best
Crown.
patio in town. Great menu going on. Tell us why they're so special to you.
Rose and Crown. So you heard the story earlier of the Juniper episode. So there I was walking down the street looking for a job, and my buddy Ray was working in the kitchen, and he's like, I'd known him for years. He's like, "Oh, we're looking for people at the Rose kitchen," and I'd never even really hung out at the Rose before then. This is January 2nd, 2010, and I ended up getting a job at the Rose and working in the kitchen there, and the rest is history. There, that was awesome. Love the Rose. Super important place to me because I met most of the friends I have now there.
Same here. Same
Yeah,
here.
right?
Oh, yeah. Same. I've worked, I did sound there for a couple of years and pretty much met the whole staff. So you know how it goes. You just staff there, you hang out, staff parties. Great every year, by the way. Great staff party in town.
Yeah.
100%. So where did the idea for Banff Mountain Chauffeur come along?
I've always wanted to be my own boss. I've always thought that I could bring something to the table that kind of meant something to me and other people. And I always wanted to start a rafting business. And that's a lot of gear. You're buying rafts, you're buying vans, and insurance. And you're going to have to start off the bat. You're going to need tons of employees. And then, with this Moraine Lake closure thing that's been going on the last few years, I thought, I saw the amount of people that come here, and I got an idea. I was like, man, I'm just going to try. I'm going to buy a van. I'm going to try it. I feel like I give people a pretty good time. I think people are enjoying themselves.
Yeah.
And, I've been here long enough that I can kind of banter with people for about anything.
Yeah, we can definitely attest to that. It's been an awesome day and an
Great
awesome
day.
write-up.
So I thought, why not just stick my neck out and give it a try? The worst that can happen is it doesn't work and I have to sell the van.
Do you want to take us through how kind of private operators were allowed to come here in the first place? I think the rain might be slowing down a little bit here.
Might be able to
Finally.
kill this thing.
Awesome. Yeah, let's put
Nice.
her down for a little minute. Yeah, so before, I remember, I think my first time coming up here, it was all Parks Canada run shuttles. What's made it so that private operators like yourself can now operate?
No, I don't know a lot of that, the intricacies of that, but now they've got the gate up. Parks Canada is collecting some fees from commercial operators to help with the parking and whatever other fees and it costs parks a lot of money. So they're giving us the opportunity to actually go through the gates with guests. So that's pretty much all I can really tell you now.
Yeah, fair enough.
They're making money. We're making a little bit of money. So
Nice.
it's good. Yeah.
It's win-win. It's win-win.
Absolutely. What would you say is your favorite part about being your own boss?
If I roll a stop sign, I'm not going to get fired. I kind of making my own schedule in a sense, and just creating a product and having people actually come out and enjoy it and give you feedback. Feels really good.
Amazing.
How's it been going so far? People seem to be enjoying their time.
Yeah, I could definitely use a few more sellout days,
There you
but
go.
that's okay. It's a slow start, and things are going, and things are picking up gradually, so things are going my way.
Nice. That's awesome, man. Good for you.
What do you think it is about Moraine Lake specifically that makes it so special to so many people?
It's prettier than most places. So
Yeah,
people come from wherever in North America or around the world, and they don't normally have the access to see things as beautiful as this. So I think when they come here, they're just blown away, and you see it on everyone's posts. And everyone who comes to Banff wants to go to Moraine Lake, and I think a lot of it actually has to do with social media posts, Instagram, and whatever else plays a pretty big role in that.
Right.
But like I said, I mean, you don't get places like this in many places in the world. So when people see it, they're blown away.
100%. Like you can tell, I don't know, we can see the rock pile from here and we can only count maybe 50 people on the rock pile right now on a rainy day. Now, myself, I've been here before the vehicle closure where we used to come and be able to park your car by yourself. And we would see like easily 10 times the amount of people here. And what would happen was, even after the vehicle closure happened, you would have to take the Parks Canada shuttle. And everyone's loading up here all day, taking the morning shuttles, blah, blah, blah. And then for the few final night shuttles coming back, you would have lineups of, I kid you not, hundreds of people waiting for the same shuttles back.
Wow.
So as of like a consumer standpoint, this is the freaking way to go, man.
No doubt.
I agree. You come here, you can either choose getting on a bus with tons of people, which is cool for a lot of people. That'll save you some money. You're with your family, with a bunch of your friends. Come out with one of these private tour operators, and you're going to have an awesome time. And Lakeshore isn't crazy busy like it used to be. I mean, when you were able to come here with your own car, bring your own canoe, it was great and all, but it was also pandemonium some days. There's stories of people getting in fights with each other over parking spots.
Right.
You couldn't get emergency vehicles here, right? And there's people out here climbing, they're boating. There's a lodge. You got all groups, all ages coming out here.
Very
so important to get those emergency vehicles here. So I think for the standpoint from a customer or a visitor, it is a little bit more chill, a little more seamless. You're not wondering when your next van or bus is going to be here.
Right.
So it works out pretty well for.
I know
for
I've heard horror stories of people getting up here at like 4:30 a.m. just to get a picture before it like gets crowded out with 1,000 people. It's just, this seems a lot more accessible as far as like, if you want to go out there and have a good time, just go out there. It's not going to be pandemonium.
Did you ever come here to go hiking in Larch, like when Larch season is in?
I absolutely have. I have done Larch Valley and Sentinel Pass, and that's the only downside I would say is these world-class hiking destinations are now a little bit tougher to get to unless you book with Banff Mountain Chauffeur.
I think it would be really neat for parks to somehow give out a one-time go for anybody that has a resident pass on their vehicle. You get a one-time go, come on up with your canoe, come on up and rip up Larch Valley or something.
That would be cool. Yeah.
That would be neat. It's something for all of us to maybe try to push in the future.
Well, for sure. A big part of why and how we filled the tour today, because I offered it up to people at work. And it was like, hey, if you've never been to Moraine Lake, we're going up. Sure. We ended up a private shuttle. I think it's about to clear up here. So, yeah. I wonder where the rest of our group is.
I saw them from the rock pile and they went that way down the lake, so they might just be going around.
So you think they're over at the waterfall here? Awesome. Phil, are you still rolling over there?
Pan to the shoes.
Okay, yeah, nice.
Pretty funny.
They got some wet shoes on the valley here. Matt, what's going on? We got some questions here. Hey, Gazzy, what about
the name Gazzy? How did this come about?
My last name is hard to say for a lot of people. I grew up in Nova Scotia, and even the principal, when they would call me to the office, would be like, "Could Andrew Gazzymere come to the office or whatever?" Then all my buddies just started calling me Gazzy in like grade 6 and 7. It's just followed me everywhere.
Just stuck with. That's how I met you, actually.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know my name.
Yeah, it took me a minute to like figure out. Someone said, "Oh, Andrew, what's going on?" I'm like, "Who are you talking to?"
If you called me Andrew, it would feel weird.
Yeah. I've always called him Gazzy for like 10 years now. So,
Gazzy, what would be your best advice to someone that wants to stay in Banff long term?
Remember, it's a smaller town than you think.
In what way?
Don't burn any bridges. Don't talk any shit. And be a nice guy. Don't be a bozo.
Well, we were actually discussing a story on the way up here about specific January 1st. You want to tell us maybe that story?
I won't get too into it. But one of our did have to wake me up when I was wrapped in a towel asleep in a lobby of a hotel on January 1st. Hence why I had to get a job at the Rose Crown.
And funny, so now like years later, of course, together having it all come full circle. So awesome stuff.
Can you share like your craziest outdoor story? Because like as being a snowmaker and a rafty, like
Yeah, I've got a few, I guess. I can give you a quick one of I broke my arm at Lake Louise once. You know, it's one of those days where it hadn't snowed in a long time, and your buddy's done, but you're like, you want one more ride.
yeah.
So my buddy's like, I'm done. Okay, well, I'm gonna go back up for one more because I know Brown Shirt's gonna be awesome. And after Brown Shirt is Out of Bounds Bowl, I decided to go between Out of Bounds Bowl and Brown Shirt because there was a cliff I wanted to drop, but I was by myself, and I'm kind of an idiot, and I ended up dropping the cliff. Like I fell and landed on rocks and broke my arm and had to ride out of North Cornice, which sits underneath
no.
that, with the broken arm. Got on the chairlift, just yelled at the lifty, like, you got to go with the broken arm on chair or whatever, 69 maybe.
Yeah.
And then, halfway up, I started feeling the pain. And I got to the top, and the ski patroller was waiting for me. And she's like, why didn't you go to the next chairlift and download on the gondola? And I'm like, that would have been smart. So I go to the hospital, and they had to put the anesthesia in all the cracks in my arm. And the doctor comes out, he goes, well, congratulations, Andrew, you shattered your left arm. Like, that's great. So they're throwing all the anesthesia in my arm. That was the most painful part of the whole process. But then they gave me Demerol. And I started having the best time ever. I started asking the doctor all these questions. He goes, hey, man, you're not going to remember any of this, Andrew. And I just laughed because they're all holding me down. And the doctor was snapping my arm like a whip to get it back into shape.
God.
100%.
And I remembered that. And I was actually enjoying it. Wow. And then I woke up and I went to the Rose and Crown for a pint.
Good old Rosencrantz.
Just one.
Just one. You had to take the edge off, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, goodness. That's brutal. So getting back to the business side of things, what I guess is the most most, I don't know, rewarding piece of experience that you've had, like, along your journey?
Selling tickets.
Selling tickets, nice.
No, man. That's nice and all, but you know what? Yesterday I had an awesome family on board. They were from Chicago,
Cool.
and now I've got their contact. And the next time, that's hilarious. Put some clothes on.
And then I fell in the lake.
Okay, so these guys are from Chicago, and they invited me. They're like, dude, come down to Chicago. We'll take you to Wrigley Field. We'll go to a Cubs game. And I love the Cubs, so like that was pretty rewarding. That's nice. Making friends.
Yeah, no doubt. That's that'll be a good time, man.
Yeah. So we'll see you in Chicago, Ryan.
Nice. So making friends, definitely a good thing. What is it about being a local for so long that makes your tours so unique?
It's not scripted. I don't around each corner, I'm not wearing the microphone, so everybody on board can just chat, hang out. And it's not scripted, so not every corner I'm saying the same thing every time.
Yeah.
Which would get boring, not only for me, but you'd sense it in my voice if I was bored. Because I'm sick of saying the same thing all the time.
Yeah.
So I try to just keep it fresh.
Nice.
Yeah.
If you could give your younger self a piece of advice about life in the Bow Valley, if you could go back like 21 years, could you come up with something now?
I got lucky, man. Things went pretty darn good. Just like I said earlier, it's a smaller town than you think.
Yeah.
Don't be a bozo.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
I think that's a big one too. And when you don't think people are listening, that's definitely when they're listening.
Oh yeah.
Well, Gavin just got back from taking a dip, and he's hella cold, so we might put the mics down for a little bit. We'll join you back maybe once the sun clears. Matty Rage, what's good?
Let's go.
Just packing up. All right, we're here with Banff Mountain Chauffeur. We're just about to leave Moraine Lake. We had an awesome time. I want to thank all you guys for coming. I want to thank Gazzy for getting us here safe. Before we go, we got to get a see you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday.
Peace.